Hello there and welcome back. We almost have this wheel completed. We have the one-step equations with division to do. So let me go down here and grab the steps that we'll need for one-step division equations. And we'll wrap up this wheel. So let me paste this right here beside this example, or where the example needs to go. I've already erased mine, so I can't turn my page around, so I have to write it straight, and somehow I have just taken a screenshot I didn't mean to do. Things are just going haywire on me. So let's take a look at the steps for division, and I'm on this wheel that says example. The example is going to be x over 2 equals negative 6. First thing you have to realize here is that this is a division equation. In algebra, division is written in this form. So this is saying x divided by 2 is negative 6. And let's take a look at our steps. You know the first one, and that is to draw the power t. Decide which is variable and which is constant. So those two steps have not changed. Add a ghost 1 if needed, and this time we do need the ghost 1. This x has no coefficient, so I'm going to put the 1 there so that I can see that coefficient. Now you can make it a ghost if you want to, that's fine, but I'm just going to go ahead and make it be a solid 1 here. So I'm going to add that ghost 1 for the x to have a coefficient. Ask yourself what needs to move. Well, that ghost 1 that I just added will have to go, as will this 2. So that 1/2 needs to move. And you do that by the opposite. So you need the reciprocal of 1/2. You need to turn the 1/2 over to be 2 over 1. And you do that on both sides of your equation. So the 1's cancel, the 2's cancel. I'm left with just an x. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 12 over 1. And so that comes down to be negative 12. In standard form, x is negative 12. Now I know that looks pretty strange. Bear with me and you'll get the hang of it. We will get more practice with these and you'll get used to it. Okay, let's look at your turn. That's this one. And let me find my paper so I can see what it is. How about negative x over 4 equals 9? So draw your power t. And put variable in here and constant in here. Add a ghost 1 if needed, and we do. I want to see that 1/4 as the fraction. And then we're going to do the opposite of 1/4. And remember, you take the negative sign too. So 4 over 1, negative 4 over 1. And here's the canceling. All of that cancels except the x. 9 times negative 4 is negative 36 over a 1. So the standardized answer is x equals negative 36. That is a division equation. So let's do a few more. Let me find my paper. I guess I need to start a new section. So this is called division equations. And let's take a look at number 1. It is 1/2 A equals 4. Power T variable constant. What needs to move? The 1/2. So I'm going to flip that fraction over, get its reciprocal, do it to both sides, cancel, copy. So the standardized answer, 8 divided by 1 is 8. A equals 8. Number 2. 3/4 x equals 15. Power T variable constant. We don't need a ghost 1 this time. What needs to move? The 3/4. So we're going to say 4 over 3, and you're multiplying it on this side as well. Cancel, copy. 15 times 4 is 60 over 3. 3 into 60 goes 20 times. So x is 20. Keep them neat and organized. That's very, very important. Number 3, I have r over 5 equals 25. Power T variable constant. Do you need a ghost 1 this time? Yes. It's going to go right there so that you can flip that fraction over. Do it on both sides and cancel. Copy. 25 times 5 is 125 over 1. And that standardized answer, r equals 125. Number 4. 3/10 of m is equal to negative 6. power T, variable, constant. Don't need a ghost 1, so let's flip the fraction, get its reciprocal, do that on both sides, cancel, copy. Negative 6 times 10 is negative 60, and negative 60 divided by 3 is negative 20. Use your calculator if you need it there, and pause this video if you need to take more time. That is okay. Number 5, we have a over 6 equals 19. Power T. Here's your variable, and here's your constant. Do you need a ghost 1? Yes. Flip the fraction over, cancel, copy. 19 times 6 is 114 over 1, and your standardized solution is 114. Number 6. $30 equals 1/7 over x. I'm sorry, 1/7 times x. Power T. This time the constant's on the left, but that's okay. Algebra never changes. Flip the fraction over, cancel, copy. 3 7s are 21 and a 0 over 1. So x is your variable, 210 is your constant. You want it standardized. Just go ahead and get in the habit of doing that. When we get to inequalities, you will be glad that you're in the habit of standardizing. Number 7. I believe I can fit one more row down here. I have negative 2/5 m equals 18. Power T. Variable, constant. What needs to move? All of this. So we're going to say negative 5 over 2. Cancel, copy. 18 times negative 5 is negative 90. 2 on the bottom. So m is negative 45. I want you just to stop and take a look at how hard that problem looks. You have really learned a lot. If you are following me here, you have come a long way. Let me just go back to the first one of these that we did right there. And now you're doing these ones with fractions. You've got your algebra process down. You should really be proud of that accomplishment. Alrighty, number 8. We're almost done. Number 8 is going to be negative 3/4 y equals positive 12. So make your power t, mark your variable and your constant. That should be pretty much automatic for you at this point. All of this mess needs to move. It needs to go over to the constant side of the problem. And to do that, we have to flip the fraction to get the reciprocal. So negative 4/3. And all of this mess cancels out, leaving me with just a y. 12 fours are 48, and it's negative over 3. 43 negative divided by 3 is 16 negative. Use your calculator if you need it to do that. Okay, number 9. Got 2 more to go. Have 28 equals 1/4 of z. Power t. This time the constant is on the left, but that doesn't change the process. Don't need a ghost 1, but I do need to put in that flipped over fraction. Cancel. Copy. 4 times 28 is 112 with a 1 on the bottom. So the standardized answer, z equals 112. And last but not least, number 10. Y over 8 equals 48. Power t. Variable, constant. And this time I want the ghost 1. I need to put a coefficient in there. 8 over 1 on both sides. Cancel. Copy. 48 times 8 is 384 with a 1 on the bottom. So the standardized answer, y equals 384. And let me go back and get the rules. We've done a lot of problems. Oh, forget, I have to screenshot that because I can't cut it without cutting out everything else. Here we go. Okay, so let's take a look here at the rules with our last problem, just to be sure we understand those. Number 10, first thing I want to do is draw the power t, which we did. Decide which side is variable and which is constant. We did have to add a ghost 1 on this one. We asked ourselves what needs to move, and it was that 1/8. We move by inverse or opposite. Cancel, copy, and then standardize. So the rules definitely work and you know how to solve every type of one-step equation. In the next video, we will start working with two-step equations and then 3- and 4-step equations. But before you do that, if you are not a 9 or a 10 on the scale, I want you to spend some more time with the one-steps. The good news is that you've done the worst part. If you can solve these problems that we've just done, you can solve the ones we're going to do. This is the hard part, in my opinion, learning to do these one-steps. So if you master the one-steps, the ones that are coming are not going to be nearly as bad as you might think. Please remember that your instructor will help you if you have questions. To put your circle thing together, let me see. If you watch the assembly video, you will know how to do this. But let me get rid of this and see if I can do it. I really am not even going to try it. If you watch the assembly video, you will know how. The first thing you want to do, let me just put you the steps down here. The first thing is to glue down the steps piece. Find the place in your notebook that you want it to go and glue that piece down. Then on top of that one, you just put glue on that middle circle where it says to glue. You put the your turn circle. Then the examples. And then finally the smallest circle is the cover. And you should have already cut on those dashed lines, just like I showed you in the assembly video, so that this will stack and you can do examples of each type, or you can mix them all up. You can use this however it helps you most. My job is just to give you steps and examples and lots of practice. Okay, I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great day.